You have to be kidding me. What is this? How do you not have the Rudolph song as your title screen song? It's not a hard choice to make. Now, someone out there might be saying, well, maybe the developers spent all their money on getting the Rudolph license, so they couldn't afford to get the rights to the song. If you think that, you would be wrong, because they do have the song in the credits. So I ask again, why did you not put it in your title screen? It's just baffling why they wouldn't do that. Now, if you don't know, this title is very loosely based on the TV special. Now, you would think that since the title is based off the TV special, you would think there'd be a few callbacks to that, or even major plot points that would be recreated. Unfortunately, most of the plots in the TV special were ignored, and only the most simple ones were tackled. There were some games that had them decorating the tree, making toys, or delivering presents. But that's not exactly something that was unique to the TV special. While I was playing it, I have to wonder, why did the developers bother to get the Rudolph license at all, since it felt completely wasted? There are only 4 games in this title. You heard me right, 4. Plus they are all very quickly played, then repeated. So I'm just going to talk about them in order. In story mode, they do introduce each game with the talking snowman from the TV special. And he explains how you have to save Christmas by putting ornaments on a tree or baking cookies. In the Holiday Helper game, you have to put up the lights and decorations on the tree. In order to do this, an elf will throw them at you, and you have to bounce them off your face to get to the tree. That's right, you have to bounce glass ornaments and light bulbs off your face to the tree. It gets even stranger when the elf starts throwing presents to put under the tree. Throwing lightweight bulbs and ornaments was already strange enough, but throwing packages at my face? That is really messed up. The other thing they have you bounce off your face is a present for Santa's bag, which is on the opposite direction from the tree. You know, the one right next to the elf who's throwing all these things? Talk about lazy. Dude! The bag is right there. Do it yourself. You just gotta drop it straight down and it's in the bag. Why do you need me to bounce it off my face into the bag? I think that elf is a little sadistic. To control your character was easy. You just tilt your Wiimote back and forth and jerk it up or press 2 to jump. Now after you clean up all the broken glass and apply some bandages to all the cuts on your face, you move on to painting toys. In the toy making game, you stand in one place and you chuck paint at toys that come in on a conveyor belt or ones that just pop up. You have to wait until the toy is glowing to be able to paint that toy. Now you would think you would use the pointing function of the Wiimote to aim at the toys to paint them, but you don't. You just wait for it to glow and then you jerk the Wiimote forward and it will automatically find the correct target. The 2 simple controls in this one makes the game get boring very fast. You will be glad when the timer finishes and you can move on to the next game. Now after you go to the bathroom to get all the paint off your hands and clothes, you head to the kitchen to bake some cookies. In the cookie cutting game, you have to make as many cookies as possible in the time limit they set up. I do have to say that this was the best game in this whole title, but that's not really saying that much. It was the variety that I liked the most in this one. Now making the cookies was broken up into 4 parts. Rolling the dough, pressing the cookie cutters into the dough, throwing the pan into the fire, and finally seasoning the cookies. Each move to make the cookies was done with a different motion control. For example, when you're rolling the dough, you have to make the motion of rolling the... Ew! Gross, Rudolph! Do you think maybe you could let the human characters make the cookies? I really don't want to see you grabbing the dough and making cookies with your dirty paws. All the motions were different, but the game will always show you in the left-hand corner what motion you should be imitating, so it's very easy. Now after you're finished making cookies, it's time to deliver presents. This is the only game in this whole title to try and recreate a scene from the TV special, as you'll be throwing out toys with umbrellas to the houses below. You know, I have to wonder if Santa has an entire part of his workshop just to make umbrellas, because they have to have one for each toy, so he's going to need a lot of umbrellas. So thinking about it, I guess every child will get 1 toy and 1 umbrella from Santa. You know, that's very nice of him. So you're chucking presents from the sleigh. Now you'll get more points if you make it in the chimney, but all you need to do is hit any part of the house to make a point. The presents will magically enter the house. After you're done with that, the game is over. You can go back and replay any of those games at any time from the main menu. But there are no extra difficulty levels, hidden extras, or bonuses of any kind. So this title will take you at the most about 10 to 12 minutes to finish. And that is pathetic. All these games can be played with 2 people if you choose to. So basically you'll be playing to see who gets the highest score. Oh, and one last thing, and I know this is going to be a little bit petty, but this title had way too many quality assurance testers. I noticed it while I was watching the credits. Let's count them up, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28! 28 people! How do you have a title with 4 games in it, but 28 quality assurance members? That is 7 people per game. I think that might just be a little bit of overkill. To be fair, the quality assurance people did do their job. The controls work perfectly. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is controlled well, and does have the graphical feel of the TV specials. But with such small gameplay, why the developers would be asking for $20 is beyond me. This title really should have been a Wiiviewer release for $8. And at that price, I can maybe see some appeal in it. Maybe. If you're looking for a good Christmas title for the Wii, buy We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's exactly what a good Christmas title should be. Fun and replayable. As for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the Wii, you should absolutely skip it.